In this course lesson, let's take a look at controlling your TriCaster using a Flex Dual control panel. The Flex Dual is an NDI-based panel and is the most powerful solution for controlling your TriCaster. Here we can see my Flex Dual. This connects via 1 gig Ethernet and through a power connector found in the back of the unit. Now, the first thing we need to do is pair our Flex Dual with our TriCaster system. So make sure your TriCaster is in a session, and then you can pair it by holding down the Shift button found here, and on the upper stripe, you go to its keypad and you press the button in the upper left corner of the keypad. So I'll press that one, and in a second, you'll see a menu appear. In this menu, you have 4 options. There is Connect, which we'll use to pair the control surface with the TriCaster. There is Restore. This will set all of your settings inside this control panel back to factory defaults. There's a Reboot option should you want to restart the panel, and there's Done if you want to exit out of this menu. Also, on the lower keypad, you'll find the IP address and the firmware version of your Flex Dual appear. But we want to pair with our TriCaster, so we're going to go to Connect. It's going to take a few seconds to scan your network looking for devices, but once they're ready, the 2 page up, page down buttons will light up, and you can press these to cycle between the different systems available on your network. You can see I have 2 different TriCasters. This is the one I want to connect to. So once it's selected, I'll hit the green button and the panel will connect, and you'll see it light up, and it's now ready for operation. Now, there's 2 things I want to make sure are set properly so that when we look at the rest of the videos, you'll have your panel configured in the right manner. We're going to focus our operation more on the upper stripe, and that's only because there's a limited amount of screen space to show the TriCaster interface and the Flex panel, and everything you can do on the upper stripe can be done on the lower stripe. All of the buttons for both stripes are identical. The only difference really is that the keypad and T-bar are switched just to make them easier to reach, but otherwise all of these buttons you find on one can be found on the other. The first thing we want to do is make sure that our stripes are assigned to the main switcher bus. And you can see that by looking at the keypad in the upper left corner will display the current stripe delegation. So you want this to say main. Now, if it doesn't, here's how you'll change it. On the stripe you want to change, click the stripe button. Mine's already highlighted. That's this button here. And then on the upper row, you can see the different options available. That goes with this row of buttons. So for example, if I press the one above ME1, you'll see it changes to ME1. Again, I want it on main, so I'm going to select the one on main. You could do the same thing on the lower stripe as well. The other thing we want to have set is by your T-bar, just above it, there's a row of buttons that says background and then key 1 through key 4. Make sure the background button is the highlighted one. It should be more of an orange-red color. You'll see that I can switch it around. Just select background if it isn't already selected. That's the only one we want highlighted. Once you have it set that way, you're ready to proceed on with the rest of the videos in this course section.